Alright, hello people, I'm the dude, and these are my favorite builds for every class in Diablo 2. Keep the following in mind. Now for some Tri-spec Sorceress action. Go and get Frozen Armor and Energy Orb up, Energy Shield up. Frozen Orb is the main damager, which is ironic because it has the least points built into it, but it's just that badass of a fucking skill. The lightning is Chain Lightning, the lightning skill, and the fire skill is Hydra for this Tri-spec. So Frozen Orb, Chain Lightning, and Hydra. And now I'm going to destroy these fools. Get conviction on them, and Hydra should take them out. Hello. But yeah, Frozen Orb is just an amazing skill. It always has been. For a very low amount of points, and just 1 point plus synergies into Cold Mastery, it just destroys. Frozen Orb is just beastly. It's ridiculous how good this skill is. I'm gonna throw up some Hydras, get them stacked before the merc gets in there. And then I'm gonna spam Frozen Orbs. Wow, the merc died fast. I have no idea why he died so quickly. Oh well. Who needs a merc anyways? It's just a conviction aura and some fucking physical damage. And you're dead. Let's get a couple of potions, a rejuve, why not? And keep trucking. Hello. Brings you the lightning. Chain Lightning is probably your weakest link because it literally requires a massive amount of synergies to be good. Well, not good. It requires a massive amount of synergies to be great. You won't have a great Chain Lightning with this build because obviously it's a Tri-spec, but it gets the job done. See? As you can see, it blows shit up just fine. You won't be insta-gibbing whole armies though, like the true lightning spec can. But true lightning spec's boring as fuck, so I consider it a fair trade-off. I need some mana potions. Get out of my ass. Ugh, annoying bastard. Cold immune? Yeah, I figured as much. Whoa! Let's use some Hydras. This is what Hydra's basically there for, throwing around a corner. If you ever get a tough fight, make sure the enemy's around a corner and you're around the other side, and just throw out Hydras and fucking annihilates. Even without Conviction Aura and without full synergies, Hydras will take down just about anything once you start stacking them. Probably immune to lightning. Yeah, I thought so. Hello. Some lightning champs. Being irritating. And seeing as I don't have a merc at the moment to tank for me, I've got to fucking be nimble. Oh, come on, fucking die. What is up with this one? You just getting ridiculously lucky or what? There we go. Refill our potions real quick. This is probably the most dangerous build out of all my favorites. Just because it actually has, especially when you have the merc up with his Defiance Aura, it has a ridiculous defense rating. Let's get the merc back. Now that I think about it. Okay, so the merc's back up. Whenever his Defiance Aura comes up, I will have massive, massive defense. We're talking about like 13k defense. And I'll have about a 60 to 70% block rate, depending on the enemy. Which gives me really good defenses. My resists are a little bit lower than they could be, but other than that, my defenses are pretty ridiculous for a fucking source. Sadly, the health total is obviously low. I don't think it's even possible to get a decent health total on a fucking cold immune on a sorceress, or at least you have to sacrifice a shitload to do so. And it's not really worth it. I mean, sorceress is meant to be a glass cannon. She's not meant to be a tank. Come on. There we go. Had to get that conviction aura on them. Sometimes it takes its time. Little fucking ankle biters trying to fucking take me out slowly. Not gonna work, bitches. Sorry. Yeah, Frozen Orb is really the mainstay of any Tri-spec build. Usually, it's either Frozen Orb or sometimes it's one of the fire moves like Firewall, etc. But there's not very many sorcerer skills that don't need massive amounts of synergies. If they need massive amounts of synergies, they're not going to work in a Tri-spec build. It's just not going to happen. All that leaves is things like Frozen Orb, Hydra, Firewall, what else? There's not really one in Lightning, sadly. All the good Lightning skills require ridiculous synergies. The only reason I've got Chain Lightning is, it's probably the best overall Lightning skill, regardless of synergies. Regular Lightning will hit multiple targets in a line, but most enemies won't line up for you. And, it'll also hit harder than Chain Lightning per hit, but Chain Lightning has so many bounces that it'll come out on top in damage any day of the week. So, whoa. Fucking poison. Merc, you can still fight them. Go ahead. Feel fucking free. Apparently the poison kicked his ass too. Oops. There you go. Okay, now you're just pissing me off. Let's see. Do I need... No, I don't need mana. I just need health. I'm still fucking poisoned. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta get this damn poison off. Jesus Christ. It's because my poison resist is low in this build. It was hard to work in better poison resist without going for some kind of rare, which I didn't want to do. I like the equipment I have. So you just have to deal with low poison resist, sadly. There we go, getting poisoned again. Although that one was a short one. There we go. I'll throw out some Hydras just to see how many are left. Looks like 3. Get some Hydra damage spamming. There we go. Give me some more healing potions, please. Or not. Get the Hydras up for the next wave. And start spamming some damages. Pretty straightforward form of attack. Just use Frozen Orb when you can, and use anything else when you feel like it. Hello. Now these guys can be annoying. They're not that huge of a deal, but they can be annoying because of their knockback, because they can do good damage to your merc, and because they're immune to fire. But as you can see, lightning just melts them, which is nice. Lightning gets the job done nicely. So does cold too. I just figured I'd show off lightning since everyone knows Frozen Orb is ridiculous. Get my buffs back up and go off to the fucking races. No! Don't do that. I'm gonna get behind him. I'm gonna Frozen Orb his ass. I'm gonna get up against this wall right here. It's a little closer than I would like, but it'll keep him from knocking me back. This wall works too. Oh, I already got the fucking clone going, huh? Alright. I'm gonna stack some Hydras on his ass. Come on, ball, be my friend. Hydras will work for taking out ball. It's safer. Because, as you can see, her resistances, her max resistances aren't increased enough to be taking massive amounts of damage like that. But as you can see, Hydra does the job just fine. You can stand back and spam Hydra, or you can try and get close and get the job done with Frozen Orb or Chain Lightning. Whichever way works. Merc, why are you hiding next to me? Get over there. I'm gonna hide behind this wall right here and hopefully block some of this damage. There we go. Pretty much junk. Time for some catacombs action. Make sure my buffs are up. These guys are fire immune, aren't they? Yes, they are. And they're lightning immune, so that leaves cold. Easy decision there. Let's see. Used up way too many potions. Here we go. Thank you, champion guy. And we're back in business. For Andariel, I tend to use Frozen Orb. Seems to get the job done fairly well. It's easier when she actually decides not to ignore the fucking mercenary. There we go. And you're fucked. Alright, let's see what Duriel has to say. Hello, Duriel. I'm just gonna stack some fucking Hydras on him. Watch the damage add up. Goodbye, Duriel. I didn't even get a full stack of them. That's how fast he went down. Should I get the combat shrine? Why not? I'm sure it'll help out. Why wouldn't it? Goodbye. Who the hell's that? Oh, there you are. Well, since you're across the fucking river of blood, I think I'll just stack some Hydras on you. Because Hydra stacking is fun. Where'd that last one go? He ran off somewhere. Oh, there's one right there. Goodbye. You guys are cold immune, so Hydra will do the job just fine. Got an enemy Hydra among the fucking ally Hydras. Nuking my ass. Alright, for Meph, you want to get your merc on him, which is easy to do with teleport. And then you want to stack some fucking damage in his face. It's as simple as that. Goodbye. I gave him all 3 barrels. Fucking fire, some cold, and some lightning. And now for some Sorceress build info. Your Frozen Orb damage will always be low no matter how you build it, no matter how much synergy you pump into it. But this listed damage means fuck all when every Frozen Orb throws out a massive cluster of, what are they called? Ice shards, I think is what the game calls them. And each one of those does this much damage, along with your Cold Mastery Pierce. So even though this damage seems low, it's always ridiculous. No matter how low this damage seems, it always murders everything that it touches. It's just death. Pure fucking death. Chain Lightning is obviously low because you need ridiculous amounts of synergies to have it high. But this amount of damage, this amount of Chain Lightning, which averages out to about just under 2,000 or so, it gets the job done just fine because you can spam the hell out of it and it has its bounces to add damage. This is more of a the lightning skill for this Tri-spec. Chain Lightning is more of a fallback move for when they're cold and fire immune, or for when you just feel like using it. It's not there for your primary damage. Frozen Orb's your primary damage, and Hydra's your secondary high damager. Again, this doesn't seem like a lot of damage, but every Hydra has 3 heads. Every head's throwing out constant firebolts doing this much damage. And you can stack Hydras. So if you have 5 Hydras with 3 heads each, that's 15 heads just chain gunning fucking firebolts. Both of these look like low damage, but they're not. As you've seen in the gameplay, they destroy. So these are your main damagers with Chain Lightning kind of on the side. Her defense is ridiculous right now because I have Defiance Aura on the Merc. And because I've pumped Dex a little. Her life is crap, but that's to be expected. I mean, you'd have to pump Vitality or stat for it into your gear, which will lower your damage output or some other form of survivability. Her mana is pretty ridiculous because of her items. I haven't pumped energy as much as an energy shield build would. Most of this mana is coming from the items. I have pumped it a bit, I think around 100 points or so. This build is utilizing energy shield, but using energy shield in this build is just as a fallback. It's a way to cushion your health for when you do take damage. Normally you're running around not taking damage at all, or just some random area elemental damage. When you take a hard hit, the energy shield will kick in, eat through all of your mana, and save your life basically for that one hit. And then you can just pop a potion and get your mana back. The resists, these are all capped at the natural cap of 75. Poison is low. You can try and work in a rare with some good poison resist, but there just aren't very many good options for swap outs for this particular build to increase poison resist without reducing something else that you need. So that's why poison resist is not capped. Strength is high enough to where Storm Shield is a beauty of an item. It gives you a ton of defense to help your defense rating. And defense and block rate are crucial, as when you do get hit, and you will eventually get hit, you want to survive that hit. That's where your defense and your block rating and your energy shield come in. So that's why the strength's so high. The dexterity is... it's got a fair amount of points pumped into it, again, for block rating and defense. Vitality's got about between 100 and 150 thrown in. Those are the extra points. And energy has about 100 thrown in. So overall, the stats are really spread apart. But the build functions really well as a whole, even though the stats aren't unified. These two right here you could lower if you felt like it. I mean, you could put none into Vitality and none into Energy, and this build would work mostly the same. You wouldn't be able to spam spells as much when you're taking hits because you'd run out of energy faster. And with less Vitality, when you finally do get hit with a hard hit, you might die instead of surviving, obviously. So a few points in here where I like to put the last few points of stats. Your items are Harlequin's Crest, obviously. It's got a faster hit recovery, resist all jewel in it. The 2 to skills is amazing. The plus to base life and mana are amazing. The damage reduction is amazing. Mara's for the plus 2 to all skills and more resistances. Enigma, not for the teleport for once, just because of its other stats. I mean, the good defense, the plus to skills, faster run walk, the defense is awesome for this build because it actually utilizes dexterity and defense. Base strength is great to help you get your storm shield without pumping even more fucking points into strength than it already does. The damage reduced is nice. Damage taken goes to mana, helps you keep your energy shield up, which is nice. Death's Fathom, plus 3 to all sorcerer skills is amazing. Faster cast rate is awesome on a caster, obviously. Plus the cold skill damage is amazingly vital, since Frozen Orb is your main form of damage. And then all the resists are nice, obviously. Also, it's got the faster hit recovery and resist all jewel socket into it. Storm Shield, if you want to block, you need a Storm Shield. That's just the way it is. You'll get close to a 60 to 70% block rate on most enemies with this build. You could pump more dex and take points out of vitality and energy to get to the 75 mark. It's not necessary. It's just another way to go. Faster block rate is obviously awesome if you like blocking and being alive afterwards. Plus defense, again, this build utilizes defense. The resists are awesome, obviously, helps you cap out your max resists. It's got the same jewel in it that all of my other equipment has in it. Faster hit recovery and all resists. You really need those all resist jewels or runes to get your resist cap with this build. Mage Fist for plus 1 to fire skills, plus 20 faster cast, and a decent chunk of regenerate mana. Stone of Jordan for the plus to skills and increased maximum mana is wonderful on Source. For the energy shield mainly, but just for spamming spells as well. Arachnid for plus to skills and faster cast rate. All the faster cast rate you can get is beautiful. Silkweave for faster run walk and increased maximum mana. This could be your switch out spot for said rare that I was talking about earlier. It's up to you. I probably wouldn't switch out any of these other ones lightly. They all fill a good need. But the boots, more or less, can be switched out with impunity. I've got the same charms. The Sorceress, Torch, Annihilus, Geed, and then plus 1 to skills, Grand Charms. I've got a Ravenfrost for the switch, in case I'm fighting someone that freezes. On the Merc, I have Andariel's Visage. You can just as easily switch that out with a Vamp Gaze. The Vamp Gaze will give you more defensive stats. Andariel's Visage will give you more offensive stats, as I've said before. Fortitude, Lacquered Plate on all my mercs, always. Enhanced damage, enhanced defense, base life, max lightning resist, all resists, just all kinds of beautiful stats. Infinity for the Conviction Aura, mainly because all of your damage is elemental, obviously, but it also gives your merc a really hard-hitting Chaos Volge with nice stats. Run walk to get in the fight faster. Minus enemy lightning resist is decent. It's not going to help your damage, but it'll help his damage when he chain lightnings. The plus to vitality is nice just for more health. Crushing blows, obviously awesome. And then for the skills, mainly you want to pump Frozen Orb, 1 into Cold Mastery. Everything else is just for synergies, and 1 into Frozen Armor for the plus defense rating and the freeze when things hit you, which is just lovely for 1 point. It's a great stat, a great mod to have. For your Lightning Tree, you want to pump Chain Lightning and Lightning Mastery or Lightning. It doesn't really matter which one. This one will add more damage. This one will give you a secondary form of lightning to use. It'll have higher single target damage, but it won't do as much area damage as Chain Lightning. If you just want to focus on Chain Lightning, Lightning Mastery will add more damage than pumping lightning. You want to get Teleport. Energy Shield is more or less optional. Like I said, I like Energy Shield for the padding. Most of the time you're not going to be taking damage, so it won't be eating into your mana. It's only when you start getting hit, which will take giant chunks out of your health if you don't have Energy Shield. So it's nice to have it. Static's nice to have. Nova's a 1 point for the synergy for chain lightning. And for fire spells, I've got Hydra maxed and the excess points that I have left over into Fire Mastery. And that gives Hydra enough damage with just 1 point synergies in Firebolt and Fireball to do enough damage to destroy just about anything, including bosses in Hell difficulty. So yeah, that's pretty much my Tri-spec source. My home away from home. Let's see. Get the buffs back up. Throw some, not lightning because he's immune. Throw some fire. Get the merc on him. There we go. Stop chasing me around. Attack the merc. There we go. Throw some more fire. I love Hydras. I always have since this game came out. They were weak as fuck back in the day. But, after a few buffs, and now with synergies, they get the job done just fucking nice. Just nice and tidy. Firebolts to the face. Fucking cannon barrage of fire. Dead. Dead. Plus, they do it without needing massive synergies too, which is just beautiful. I used to use Firewall in my Tri-spec source build, and it is a viable option. It still works. I just like Hydra better now that it has decent damage. Firewall used to be the only real good fire option for a Tri-spec. Never really liked Firewall. I liked the concept, but in practice, nothing wants to stand in the Firewall long enough to take a significant amount of damage. Which is irritating. I don't think I ever even tried anything other than Frozen Orb in a real build. I've tested out some things, just fucking around, like Blizzard and I think it's called Cold Blast or whatever the fuck it is, Ice Blast, some shit, but they're pretty much garbage. I mean, you can use Blizzard, but there's no point when Frozen Orb is so fucking ridiculously awesome. I mean, nothing in the Sorceress tree compares to Frozen Orb. It is so amazingly good. Hello there. There's some Hydras. Oh, we got a lightning enchanted. Had a lightning enchanted. Dead now. Let's see. Give me some mana potions. Because this is a Tri-spec and it's got split stats, Energy Orb is more or less there for padding. It's not there as your primary line of defense. Once you get hit, which you shouldn't be getting hit unless you make a mistake, Energy Orb is there for a nice little padding of resistances. You're going to lose all your mana in the exchange, but you can always pop a pot whenever you get out, hopefully alive. But yeah, Energy Shield is not there to absorb massive quantities of damage. Okay, that was a bit more than I thought it was going to be. Fucking hell, there's a lot up there. Jesus. Okay, fuck you bitches. You can use some chain lightning in the goddamn face. Goodbye. Looks like the Iron Maiden, the merc. Poor bastard. Oh, a health potion. I'm gonna go get the merc back up real quick after I kill these guys. Get my buffs back up, and go back to destroying. Hello. Fight the fucking army. Look at Chain Lightning just bouncing around, doing his fucking thing. That is exactly why I love Chain Lightning. Probably the only lightning skill I even like concept-wise. The way it functions. I wouldn't use any of the other ones. Long ago, before they had synergies, I used to use Nova. Nova was such a fast cast, you could really spam out some area damage, but now it's just pretty much garbage. It's nearly impossible to use it effectively. Its damage is just so fucking horrible. That used to be a good Tri-spec choice. Feel free to run. See how far you get. Oh, fucking hell, that's a lot of guys. Jesus Christ. What is with this Sorceress run, man? Everyone's stacked on top of each other in a massive fucking army. Merc's gonna go down again. Yep. Too many bitches. All on top of each other. Fucking hell, this guy's resistant. I'm gonna break out some static on him. There you go. There you are. Okay, static's not even working. Fucking hell, this guy's ridiculous. Get off of me. Well, I got him singled out at least. See what the merc can do to him. There we go. Oh, he's got fucking telly. Yeah, I really need that conviction aura on him to be able to damage him. He's too resistant. He's not even doing it. Hold up. Okay, I don't know why I just started taking ridiculous damage. Seeing as the conviction aura wasn't up, it glitched out. I have no idea. Wait a minute, are you dead? What the fuck? There we go. What's that? There was two of them. Or some shit, or I'm blind. One of the two. Not really sure what just happened there. Maybe he cloned himself and I killed a different guy. What the three of them? Okay, there was three of them in that pack. Lovely. Man, there's still quite a few of them left. Hopefully they'll leave the damn Iron Maiden out this time. Damn, okay, there was 4 fucking named in that pack. Jesus Christ. All in that one cluster, there was 4. Wow. I haven't seen that in quite a while. That's just ridiculous for one fucking pack of monsters. Whole lot of baddies. Immune to cold. Not my friend. Immune to cold is not my friend. There's some nice chain lightning. They have blessed aim aura. There's a champ somewhere around here. I'm not seeing him though. There he is. Immune to physical. Not really worried about that. Get some Hydras up doing their thing. There we go. Cleaned up this whole area. And some fucking Frozen Orb for the win. Go ahead and grab a mana potion or two. Can't have enough mana potions when you're using energy shield. It's just not possible. Looks like they're a combination of resists. I'm gonna go back to lightning. A combination of fire and cold. Those Hell Knights like to be fire if they're melee and cold resist or cold immune if they're ranged. So it's nice to have lightning so you don't have to keep bouncing back and forth. And obviously, it's nice to have all 3 types for when you get a double immune. Those 4 champions that I got in a row back there were all double immunes. Most of them are fire and cold immune. So if you didn't have a lightning attack, good fucking luck. And Conviction Aura doesn't always break immunities. If they have any type of enchant with their immunity, it won't break it. So you're just screwed. That's why I like Tri-spec. Tri-spec has enough damage to get the job done, to kill just about anything. Sorry, did I say just about? To kill anything. And it also covers all the immunity types, which is beautiful. Used to be this way for everyone before they instituted fucking synergies. Everyone was Tri-spec back then, pretty much. There was just no reason not to be. As good as synergies are, they did fuck up quite a bit. The game is balanced around skilled up synergy damage, not non-level 20 without synergy damage. So the only reason this works is because they were merciful enough to put skills in that work well without synergies on Sorceress. Most classes don't have that at all, which is fucking painful. Take the Assassin, for instance. She has nothing that doesn't work without synergies. Sorry, she has nothing that works without synergies, which is just painful. But, oh well. Are you cold immune? Yeah, see, there's another fire cold immune. Kite shield. No room. Magic fine. Not even death can save you from me. Have some Hydras. I insist. I like to stay as far away from bosses as I can on the source, which makes Hydra just perfect. You just stack Hydras in their general direction and they'll do the work for you while you're a mile away. Nope, sorry. Good game. 2 set items, neither one of them are any good though, it doesn't look like. Is that angelic? Yeah, that's angelic. This withstands guard. 75% block rate. Right off the bat. Half freeze duration. Decent defense. That's an actual decent low level shield. Anyways, that is my Tri-spec source. Frozen Orb, Hydra, and some Chain Lightning just thrown in for good measure.